Hi, welcome to Sharing with Susan B, telling stories from the heart. We're looking to inspire, telling stories of struggle, vulnerability, and lessons learned. Hi, I'm Susan Blaine. Welcome. I'm really excited to have my friend Erin Fenn on here. Congratulations on your 40 Under 40
Thank you.
award. And I love your backstory because you felt a call to lead very early on, and you were the only girl in your family with 5 older brothers. So you found a way to use your voice at a very early age. And I love the fact that your grandfather suggested a path for you, didn't he?
He did.
He thought, when you were 8 years old, he thought that you should marry a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah.
And your response to him was?
I will be the doctor or the lawyer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll do that on my own.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
yeah.
tip. I'll become one.
Yeah.
And early on from high school, your adult career, you started in restaurants. We have a very similar path.
I think so.
And then you went to big corporate. You did national sales manager, sales and marketing director, VP, chief operating officer, and then founder and CEO. I love that path. And your current career started as a volunteer side hustle.
Yes.
To help young women build their careers. And then it kind of became sort of next stage was helping companies build their teams and design their culture roadmap. And you've been a self-proclaimed startup junkie for years. You helped Just Eats launch into Canada.
Yeah.
So tell us what has you fired up these days, Erin.
Yeah, I think really working with the next generation of hot talent coming in, the expectations of what they have in the workplace, how quickly gratification can come, what the long term looks like as opposed to just the short term, and then bridging that young talent with companies to help them make the adjustment as well. Right, so nobody's expecting a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 anymore.
No.
And I don't think people are comfortable staying in one position for the long haul. So they've always said that on average you have 7 career changes in your lifetime. I think it's much more than that now.
Yeah,
and it's to really help companies retain that talent and grow it within their group, and maybe they'll have a dozen career changes but underneath their umbrella if we do it right.
An opportunity to reinvent themselves many times. And that's a good company, retaining good people, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what you're helping them do.
Trying.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's a bit of a challenge at times, right? Because it's a new way of looking at business growth and leading with people first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Then the old structure was all about profit.
Exactly.
Right? Which I call a more masculine structure. And I think the people first is a more feminine structure. Would you agree?
Possibly. I might even say less narcissistic. Let's not necessarily gender it. It's definitely a narcissist path.
Yeah, good point. Oh, I like that. Now, the path to success is often riddled with struggle.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what I love to talk about because I believe it's what really connects us all. It's what we can all identify with. And when we're brave enough when we have the courage to share that struggle and our lessons, it's really beneficial and inspiring. So tell us what your biggest business struggle so far to date has been.
I think it was really genuinely finding true fulfillment. So not just the checklist of normalcy that I call it. And I think I've been subject to that quite a few times in my career and in my personal life. You graduate high school, then you're supposed to go to college, and then you're supposed to meet somebody and get married and buy a house and make babies. And it's the same thing with your career, right? You should start at the bottom and work your way up and take all of the hits as they come, because that's part of how you learn and grow. It's been a challenge throughout my career because, I really wanted to hit the top. I wanted to be able to say to my dad, look what I did, and I followed in your steps. And, I wanted to build that kind of legacy that wasn't mine, right? So it was to really understand what makes me happy.
Find that.
Yes.
Find that voice, find that calling inside. What about being often, certainly it's been for me in my career as well, one of the only females at the table.
Yeah,
right? That's reality.
It's very challenging at times, right? There are, I can think of one example actually where we're all sitting in the big corporate boardroom, and it's an executive review for the quarter, and one fella said one thing about his team results, and it was welcomed with applause. Good for you. You're passionate about it. I said the exact same thing about my team when it was my turn, and I was told, well, you need to try harder. And it was just shocking that, one was embraced for being passionate about their failure, and the other one was kind of smacked around a little bit. And it kind of made me say, aha, I think that women really need help navigating this because it's hard not to carry that stuff around and have it get in the way of your own happiness.
Yeah.
So to learn to let that stuff go and navigate it as best you can.
The lesson learned there.
Yes,
And it's been serving you well. What about a personal struggle?
I think, again, I'm going to go back to that checklist of normalcy. I made choices because I thought that was appropriate for this stage in my life. So if I think of my ex-husband, he's a fantastic guy. I'm very proud to call him a friend of mine. But I don't know that we necessarily got married for all the right reasons. It was we'd been together for a long time. We cared about each other. We could have a good life, but
Seemed like the
right
next
thing to
logical
do.
step.
Of course.
Yeah, the right thing to do. Yeah.
Society is going to tell me that's the right thing to do, right?
Yeah.
And then we kind of realized that, we were living in each other's shadows. We weren't growing as individuals anymore because we just made the decision too soon at the wrong time for the wrong reasons.
And I love that you learned about cleaning your own toilet.
To be fair, in my marriage, I always had to clean the toilet too. But yes, there was a time when I switched into another startup and I did take a big pay cut because I thought I would enjoy the work more.
Yeah.
But then there were those moments, yes, of scrubbing the toilet going, boy, oh boy, I remember when I had a
I love
cleaning
what I
lady.
do, but I got to clean my own toilet.
But balance it out, and I
that's
would
it.
much rather scrub floors or toilets or sinks or anything to be able to be happy in my career.
Tell me about the birch tree, because I love this.
The
I love
birch
this.
tree
Why
is-
is the birch tree important to you?
Yeah, it's actually where I blog underneath as well, but the birch tree matters to me simply because I think it's the most powerful tree in an ecosystem. It's the first one to grow after catastrophe. So let's say there was a forest fire in an area, the birch trees are going to be the first ones that come back. They also tend to be the first ones that die in a healthy forest, but then they feed everything else. Right?
Wow.
Off of that decaying bark and everything, you get new life from it. So I find that it's both at the beginning and at the end of a cycle, and it has a lot of strength.
Yeah.
It's a lot of resilience.
Resilience, yeah, that was the word I was thinking
And
of.
boy, does it stand out in a crowd, right? All of the trees have got their brown trunks, and this is this white one that stands on its own, and it shines in the sun, and its leaves move in a different way.
That's Erin Fenn. Rapid fire questions.
Okay.
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 Let's learn some fun things. Who's your favorite superhero?
Iron Man,
Iron Man.
just because Robert Downey Jr. is so cute.
So cute. Yeah, love him. Favorite food indulgence?
Anything Mexican. My birthday is Cinco de Mayo, so I'm born into
May
it.
5th, the Taurus.
Yo, big time.
Something not too many people know about you.
Whew, I am incredibly introverted.
Really?
I know. This is, putting myself out there is something I have to
This is you
challenge
on.
myself to do all the time.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
I like to be alone. I like to be out in my country house. I like quiet.
Well, in order to be for others, you need to recharge, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sit under the birch tree.
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie is Across the Universe.
Oh.
It is really neat to me because it took something we already all know, which is the Beatles music catalog, and it's rearranged all of the songs and turned it into a script. It turned it into a story that I don't think
check that out.
the Beatles never, I don't think, intended that in their music, but just the way it wove together, it's taking something you know and making something even bigger and better out of
Wow. What about a book?
it. Talk Before Sleep. It's written by Elizabeth Berg. And I think it really shines the beauty on female friendship and the beauty that you can find in grieving.
Oh, lovely. What's something that always makes you smile, Erin?
Geez. My friends and my family, for sure. I'm very proud of them, and I'm very proud to have made the adjustments in my life that allow me to be closer with them and spend more time with them.
Nice.
They've had my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your definition of success in one sentence?
Being truly fulfilled. Yeah.
Fulfillment.
Big time.
Yeah. Learn more about Erin Fenn. She's on LinkedIn, she's on Facebook, she's on Instagram. Big things coming, so stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Erin.
Susan.